We can't get too much rain, Bill and Robin Mongeau, because I just put all of this topsoil in my backyard.
Are you enjoying your pool?
Heavy rain. I wasn't over the weekend, but here's one good thing. I didn't put the Bobcat skid steer in the pool. That's what everybody was all worried I was going to do. I didn't do that.
You didn't get any dirt in the pool either?
No.
Oh, thank goodness for that.
No, I'm telling you, pretty good. Other than the 4 things that I destroyed, everything's just fine. All right, we've been. I want to get into. You should have seen me running this thing. It was pretty impressive, for me anyway.
Was this Allison?
Yeah. I want to talk about the, and Andrew keeps bringing this up. You know, Andrew, of course, is working with you guys as a real estate agent. Everywhere he goes, he's trying to get people to sell their homes.
Can I just tell you a comment I got the other day? And I told Andrew this. So we're showing a house, just a random house that we have, and we're showing a house, and then randomly, the buyer says, "I heard you on Keeler," and I go, "Oh, that's a good thing, because you never know where you're going to get with you."
You're right.
Okay.
That's good. Thank you for that, and you're. I get it.
I mean, so it's just kind of get ready. Which was with this. Mm-hmm. So they go, one thing I notice is, Andrew's cleaned up pretty good. and I said, it's funny how that happens, isn't it?
Yeah. He would never be wearing a tie, I will tell you that.
Looking fine
certainly
today.
in studio.
Thank you.
So we're talking about this seller's market, the fact that we have all of these homes that are popping up, but they're selling very quickly, and there seems to be a shortage. Is that what's going on out there?
There is never a shortage of $500,000 and up. I mean, there is a lot of them. Mm-hmm. But that's there's...
Those are harder to move.
Those are really hard to move, yeah. If they're in the 100, 150 range, they go crazy. But there's another segment in the market that's really brisk, too, and it's those first-time buyers that are moving up to their next houses. Yeah. I mean, that's a really brisk market, too. But they're highly influenced. What price range is that? That's like, the 2 to 3. Mm-hmm. That's really brisk too, but they're really influenced by the, the HGTV stuff. I mean, they expect a lot. So if the house is finished nicely, I mean, it goes quickly. That
HGTV thing we're talking about, that is, it's because that's where my wife is, and Pinterest and all of these ideas. You'd never even know about it if it wasn't for the internet. And it used to be you'd have to buy the magazines, Better Homes and Garden and all of those magazines years ago. But now this stuff is just piped in on TV 24/7.
You're inundated with it.
You are inundated with it. And I think people, when they walk in, almost are, if you haven't fixed A, B, and C, they're offended by it.
No, and they're like, all right, what do you got for me? What's the show?
Right.
What did you do? You know?
So staging becomes more important than ever.
Staging has become more important than ever. Yeah. So we've started our foray into staging. Hopefully it'll become a company-wide thing, but we're experimenting right now with my personal listings on staging, and just to see the reaction. And to see how it moves the property. It's gone very well. I mean, we're on our 4th or 5th house staging.
Wow.
But it's just part of the way that real estate is moving.
Hospital downtown, and I know this is a controversial topic now because it's one of those, like any merger, school mergers, people get on both sides. It's like a civil war. It's crazy, and this hospital seems to be like this for some people for downtown. Again, where are you guys on this moving the hospital downtown?
We are 100% for it.
Okay.
And we think it brings a great deal of vibrancy to the entire area, not just to the downtown area. We are not of the same school of thought that the downtown area is going to be flush with condos all over the place without the hospital, which is one of the schools of thought. If that were the case, I think we would have seen it by now. The hospital is going to bring a whole different shift, and it's going to bring more vitality to that area. And we don't have a lot of tax base businesses down there. We will if the hospital comes, when the hospital comes. And we don't think that it's against the odd. We think that it complements everything down there.
Well, you're talking about brand new arterial. So this is the vision, and whether you agree with the vision or not, this does seem there is a vision. It's a clear vision. You have a brand new construction down there on the arterial. You've got the roundabout going in. Right. You have the new Odd project that's currently underway. They're talking about the new Nexus Center. Maybe there's a beer museum, and maybe there's a casino. Maybe not. Now you've got the Hotel Utica project that is going on right now. And that whole front facade, or the back, whichever the Oriskany Street side, we're looking at major changes there. It's going to be landscaped beautifully. It's they're big plans.
So exciting
for that. And then you add this hospital, which kind of wipes out a whole section that is deteriorated. When you're bringing in somebody that's saying, "Hey, we're looking to invest in a city," you're going to drive them. You're going to drive them through this area that's being transformed, and that is the philosophy. And I've talked to the politicians. Brindisi and Griffo and Pacenti, they all say the same thing on this. This is, we need to show our best possible, put our best foot forward here. And that allows us to do that in one clean swoop in a matter of just 3 or 4 years.
You know, another part of this thing with the arterial that I think a lot of people have failed to realize is it's the first time, if you're coming from the north side of town, that you can get off and go downtown. Yeah. That has never happened before. I mean, it was never part of the equation. I actually bring into that equation the Nano Center, which has been under wraps, but we're hearing secondhand that there may be another company coming. And when you think about the Pro Bass Shop and other things that are happening, you know, on the in the mall on the north side of the river, it's all good stuff.
I did have somebody over the weekend say, who's in the know? Say, I can't tell you, but something's coming.
Something's coming. We heard the same thing.
Well, then why did you tell me? Tell me.
I won't say a thing.
Yeah, I wouldn't say a word. Now, absolutely.
The small thing that we did hear was that it will be bigger than AMS, which was the ones that were coming here.
Wow. And now, to me, that is the only. Think of the jobs this area has lost. We've lost 50,000 people in 50 years, and that's just the city of Utica. That doesn't include the entire Mohawk Valley. The Herkimer, the Mohawk Valley, losing MDS and losing all of that business down in Herkimer. You have Rome losing the base and losing business and all these supporting businesses with it. Same thing for Utica. And, oh, by the way, manufacturing, the big factories, they're all gone. We've lost thousands and thousands of jobs. We have to look at this differently. We're not going to be, certainly right away, or maybe ever again, at 115,000 people. So there's a lot of jobs to be made up, and without those jobs, when a restaurant pops up over here, it's going to hurt the restaurant that's been doing business over there. Sure. Without a new influx of money in the market, we don't move forward, do we?
We don't move forward. And the other part of this thing, which is not highlighted very much, is for every set of boots that are hardwired into a job, it takes 1.5 more people to support them. A quarter of a postman, a half of a nurse, another teacher, an educator. I mean, the jobs just go on and on and on as long as you've got the full-time people there. So the whole economy grows out from that. It's a wonderful, win-win for everybody. It's not just about, I don't have the tech degree for the Nano Center. And by the way, I just want to say one thing for both Robin and myself and our whole entire gang at River Hills. We are so blessed by your audience, the Keeler audience, which have reached out to us and have been, they ask us questions. They greet us as we travel. They've been wonderful to us, and we want to thank you all very much for that exposure and to your audience themselves, because they are reaching out to us.
If you could talk to them about being nicer to me, I'd appreciate that. I'm kidding. It's a joke, for God's sakes. My skin is thick. All right, Bill and Robin Mongeau. Good stuff. I appreciate it. And again, that shortage is in that range of 200 to 300,000. Those homes
from entry level to 300,000,
and they're flying. They're flying
right now today. Even though we're kind of late, we're past the spring rush. It is still that way. We're getting houses today listed, and they're getting sold in literally weeks.
Yeah, well, that's a good thing.
It's a wonderful thing, and
right.
it speaks well to the future here.
Good stuff. River Hills Properties, Bill and Robin, thank you so much.
Thank you for having us.
Good update there.